I hope your day is full of wings and titties and short orange shorts and tight white tank tops and long high socks. Guys, it's a Hooters intro. We have an amazing episode of Shank for you this week with the one, the only comedian Josh Potter. But before we get into this week's episode of Shank with Potter, there's just a few things I want to tell you about. One, I am coming to Phoenix. I will be at the Desert Ridge Improv March 27th. I will be in Chicago the 28th and 29th of March at Comedy Bar. I will be in Canada, in Nova Scotia, from April 11th to April 13th for LOL Fest. I will be in Brea and Oxnard May 14th and 15th, and I will be in San Diego May 16th with Kim Congdon. Tickets to all the shows in my link tree on my Instagram at Princess Shank on Instagram, and as always, patreon.com/Sara Weinshenk for bonus content. And let's do it. Let's get into this week's episode of Shank with Potter. Here it is, guys. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is, you know him, you love him. It's Josh Potter.
Hi.
I was going to say the one and only Josh Potter, but then Kim said to everyone in the green room casually that she doesn't like when people say one and only.
Well,
and then it got in my head.
How many episodes has it been? What are we on here?
How many times have I said one and only?
What episode number is this?
Fucking, it's more than 100.
I bet you it is. You've said
I'm
it every single
dropping
time.
one and only, and now I'm in my head about it.
Well, that's because it's part of your fucking
shtick.
Your repertoire of intro. You go, the one, the only. You say it every time.
I say it every time. Should I do it again?
I could do your whole intro.
Okay, you do it.
Actually, I can. I should.
Well, why? I liked it. I liked when you were gonna play
I
Shank.
hope your day is filled with lollipops and gumdrops and spaghetti and I don't know. You
meatballs.
It's like a theme, yeah. And then you say, "Today, my guest."
Yeah.
Is the
Are you
one and the
mocking
only.
me?
I don't know. I'm just doing what you do.
It's making me question who I am.
Just go to sleep.
Who I am as a woman. When you.
Should I do the pod like this?
Yeah. That's like,
real loungy.
You look like a dad whose wife just left.
This?
A divorced dad.
Oh, God.
The divorced dad slump.
When will this hell end? End this hell.
Josh.
Yeah.
Not end this hell.
All right, I'm going to sit up like a real.
I wanted to talk to you about something I know that is near and dear to you.
Please.
And it's going to be a sensitive subject.
What? Oh my God, what is it?
It's the end of Hooters.
No, I'm upset about that. I mean, it's just kind of like, sure, I know. I knew it was coming. I mean, we've ceased to be a society now it just is like, the times are ending and Hooters going under is a big sign of that. We used to be a society. Everything's homogenized. And
we used to love titties. Now it's just ass.
Well, Hooters really dropped off, too. I mean, it's not like they were getting the best talent in there. I mean, they were just letting anyone wear the shirt after a little while.
They got lazy.
Yeah,
because all the original Hooters girls are on OnlyFans now. They don't need Hooters.
No one needs Hooters. Yeah, exactly. And, like, people are getting fucking DoorDash and everything else, so... R.I.P. Hooters.
But didn't your dad take you there when you were a kid?
Took me there for every birthday between the age of 6 and 14.
No.
Yep.
At 6? Do you remember liking going?
It wasn't for me. It was
for him?
So all the Hooters girls would sing me happy birthday and my dad could be like, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, you could tell right off the bat. It's my son's birthday.
I wanted to get a job at Hooters in college.
That would have been awesome.
But I don't have Hooters, really. I don't have big
You're
enough.
Doing all right.
I don't have big enough knockers. Like, I'm not like this bitch.
I don't think you were as well endowed as you are now in college, probably.
I don't know. I feel like something's shifting and they're just getting lower. Maybe in college they were a little higher.
Okay.
And I was on birth control. I was on the patch birth control.
Let's pull up college tits of Sarah's.
Dude, it would have to go on my Facebook.
No, I know. Yeah, I don't want to make you do that.
You were trying to see my college titties for research purposes.
Yeah, just see if you were worthy of the shirt.
I was worthy of the shirt in college because I was on the patch. And
this one's weird. I've never seen a black shirt.
Yeah,
it's the white.
It's the white.
It's the white with the orange shorts.
She couldn't afford the white one. And she would look better in the white one. Not to objectify this.
White shirt, orange shorts. I went to a Hooters in the Mall of America. You would think that would be one of their marquee locations.
And?
Not great.
What do you mean? We're talking bad faces?
Oh my God, bad everything. I mean, it was just like some schlob wearing a fucking, you're like, this is the, don't even make them wear the outfit at this point. Just let them be a waitress.
It's like a man who's not a football player wearing a jersey. Sorry.
Yeah,
I know that probably
no,
stung
it's
a
like
little.
it's like a guy wearing a fucking army outfit and trying to get first on a flight, you know? I mean, it's stolen valor.
Take off the fatigues.
Yeah. I mean, I'm wearing an army jacket.
I know,
but I'm
that's
not,
why it's
I
so
would
funny.
never say this is like, I'm not trying to be
You're not
or
trying
pretend I'm like a sergeant or something, you know?
I remember the smell of Hooters.
It was great. It smelled like hot sauce.
No, I don't like that it smelled like hot sauce.
I loved it. It smelled
It had like a stank scent. There was one in Santa Monica that my friend growing up, when I was like 18, she worked at. And she was making bank. She'd make a shit ton of tips at the end
it was
of the
my
day.
dream to date a Hooters waitress.
It was?
Yeah.
Should we go? Like, are any of them still open? Like,
It's not
go
worth
one
it.
last time?
There is one in Hollywood, but it's bad.
Should we go for the old...
No, I don't even want.
Do
I
they
would
do
rather
a comedy show at that Hooters?
live for the memories.
Did they do a comedy show at the Hooters in Hollywood?
Not that I ever did.
I think I did it a couple times.
See, this is like, obviously they're not going to show you the waitresses that are at the Mall of America now.
No.
This is like, see, right? I mean, that's actually
what, that
kind of
lineup?
comparable to. There's not very many tits in that pic. I mean, not to like besmirch these ladies, but like, what the hell are we doing? We're just hiring everyone now?
Times are tough.
I saw the manager of the Mall of America Hooters, and I said, in a different life, would have been your boy.
What do you mean? Was she hot?
No, it was a boy. It was a dude. It's always a dude manager.
It's a dude manager?
Yeah, and he's always got like spiky hair, and he's wearing a polo, and he's like, all right, girls, get those wings out.
He's like, Denise, you were late today. Is there a reason?
I bet he's, and I always like, I'm like, oh man, I bet this guy's fucking all the Hooters. And he's not. He's not doing any of that. He's probably got 2 kids.
What if they had like a butt one and they called it Cakes?
That'd be cool.
That's where things are going.
Well, that's the problem.
direction.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. It used to be titties, now it's ass.
Our country has moved to the ass. Ass eating.
Just
BBLs. BBL Drizzy or whatever.
caked up.
Caked up.
Double caked up.
We're not a tit nation any longer. They've gone by the way of the 90s.
Dude, I say we make cakes. Side hustle. We make this place called Cakes, and we make the bitches wear padded shorts. So even if they're not caked up, guess what? It looks like they are, because that's what bitches are doing now. They sell shorts with padding, like tight shorts. Is that false advertising?
There is a sort of a Hooter or ass Hooters called the tilted kilt.
What's that? I thought that was like a Scottish thing.
It's like where girls with tattoos.
Where's that?
I forget. Where did I go to one of those? There's one right outside a comedy club. I can't remember. Outside the Orlando Improv.
It's like
now the Orlando Funny Bone. I believe there's a tilted
It's like
kilt.
bitches in quote unquote Scottish gear, but it's giving schoolgirl.
It's like goth girls in kilts. Ooh, I like those.
You like those more than the Hooters girls?
I don't know.
That looks like some shit that you would put on an OnlyFans and charge $12 for people to see.
People who do outfits in OnlyFans, it's not
The cosplayers?
I don't like that's not my cup of tea.
You don't want to see a bitch in Pikachu ears with fat tits?
Not really.
Really?
No, doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't? What about like an anime girl?
No.
Really? I
Too
think I
much.
could get into the culture.
No, I know you can. You'd love costumes and
I have
outfits.
the Sailor Moon costume.
Yeah, that's nice for Halloween, but I mean, we're doing this on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Man, the tilted kilt's where it's at.
The whatever girls are hotter than the Hooters girls.
I forget the restaurant I went to in San Diego. They have the best shrimp tacos. La Puerta. And I think
Okay.
there's 2 of them. And it's all like girls that are sorry, I don't want to get your channel ripped off for something.
Unalive girls.
Yeah. But
Is
you know,
it-
that's like a brand,
Yeah.
the tatted up ladies.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're having a hard time. Their brand has gone by the wayside because no one will even let them say the name of the company.
Is that true?
I think so. I haven't seen anything about them. I mean,
where have those girls gone?
The internet scrubbed of them because they are called that.
I remember that all of those girls, they were on this website called Model Mayhem that I was also on in my 20s. And it would be like if you're like a struggling cute girl that is looking for extra money, you try to find work on Model Mayhem. That's how I got my Pikachu modeling job for the Hot Topic website.
Right, Hot Topic.
I went to the Hot Topic office in Commerce.
I know, you've told me this story.
Oh, it was fucked up.
You've told me this story and you wore the Pikachu ears. That exists, that picture?
Somewhere.
Oh, I thought you found it one time.
I know, it's somewhere on the internet. I don't know exactly where it is. Yeah, Model Mayhem still exists.
Oh my God, see if you can find Sarah's profile.
I don't think I have it anymore.
They didn't keep it up?
I hope it's gone. It would be so embarrassing if my Model Mayhem account from when I was 23 was still up.
Join the mayhem. What are we talking about?
They would call them all alt models, and they would be tatted up girls, like on their knees.
Hell yeah.
Fucking advertising who knows what.
The website doesn't even work.
The website's broken.
The best of the best.
Boy, oh boy.
Stand up. It's like if you're the best of the best, why don't you have an agent, bitch?
Because they're on Model Mayhem. It's like Gig Salad. Would you ever do that?
Gig Salad?
Gig Salad was this site that comics would use to like get work locally. I remember, I did a couple Gig Salad.
I hate the name. My schedule is so busy, and there's one thing I love, and that's easy meals. Factor is the perfect thing because they have chef-made gourmet meals, and they make eating well so easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals. Based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. So if you're just sitting on the couch being a loser, you're not going to lose the 8 pounds. But if you commit and, you get the Factor Keto meals, which taste amazing, you might drop 8 pounds. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on each menu, it's easy to pick meals tailored for your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. I'm obsessed with the chicken and also the salmon. It fucking hits, man, especially when I'm busy and I don't want to cook because I don't feel like cleaning up because that's a bitch. So reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that you can't beat. I love Factor. I use it all the time, especially when I have late nights and I come home from stand-up and I'm hungry. I'll just pop one in the microwave, and then you don't even have to worry about cleaning a dish. You just throw the fucking thing out and you move on with your life like a champion. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. If the slots are spinning, you could be winning. Head over to DraftKings Casino and play the classics you know and love, or try something new with DraftKings exclusive games. Plus, new players that give DraftKings Casino a spin can earn anywhere from $5,000 to $1,000 in casino credits. Just sign up with code THISBXX and wager at least $100 on slots or table games to receive up to $1,000 in casino credits. Only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Let's get back into the podcast.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 and over. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Minimum $100 in wagers required for reward. Rewards vary by tier reached. Slots and table games only. Non-withdrawable casino credits expire in 168 hours. Wager $70,000 for maximum reward. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends March 16th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, I hated all the culture of it. I didn't even do it. It was a guy in my town in Buffalo that put up himself, but then he was like, I'm getting all kinds of work. I need to spread it out. That's how he talked.
He was like,
and we would get his runoff, Gig Salad runoff.
Ugh. Gig salad runoff sounds disgusting.
Oh, we were doing birthday parties in people's basements. I did an Indian guy's birthday party in the middle of the day in his living room, and it went
What?
surprisingly well.
What was his house like?
It was just like a regular house. He was like a doctor or something, but it was like...
From gig salad, you went to a random Indian man's house.
Yeah, he's like, I won't do a comedy. I'm not going to do that voice. He wanted to
Please
have
do
comedy
it.
for his birthday, so me and my friend Brian stood in his living room with a karaoke machine and did our act.
With a karaoke machine?
Yep, in the living room.
How many minutes did you do?
We had to both do 15.
Okay.
And then they paid us, and they all were very nice. It was actually like, it went as good as that could go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, and I just did my fucking act.
I don't like the idea of being in a stranger's home.
No, it's very weird to perform it's like doing a recital.
Yeah.
It was dark, but it was, hey, I needed $300 or whatever the hell it was.
I would straight up rather show up as a Disney princess to a kid's birthday party than do
Which one would you do?
Belle. what's with the snickering?
That's funny.
I don't know. I think I'd be a good Belle.
Sure.
Or I think I could also pull off Snow White
Mm-hmm.
in the winter, like right now.
Why in the winter?
Because in the summer I'm Puerto Rican and you can tell, baby.
No.
Yes, you can. If you find
No.
a picture, yes.
So what are you, Moana then?
No, that'll get canceled.
You're not that tan.
I can get tan.
I've seen it, but that's all like a put upon.
What do you mean?
You have to like.
No. In the summer, I was tan. I was dark. I
Mm,
wasn't Kim Congdon dark, but I was like one shade lighter. You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
What?
I've known you a long time. I don't remember you being. I remember you showing me pictures
Of my tanning era?
of the tan days.
Well, that's when I had a tanning addiction.
Unrecognizable.
All you could see were the whites of my eyes and my teeth.
Yeah,
like
it was
glow in the
crazy.
dark.
You look like a different.
I
human
look like a
being.
light-skinned black girl.
Yeah,
Like, if that got leaked, I could probably get canceled for
you were
doing
on your Ariana
blackface.
Grande. Shit,
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude. We were talking about jam bands on the way here.
Why do you have to talk about jam? Lee, do you like jam bands?
I do like jam bands.
Ah!
I knew it.
I was like, the one Fish song I heavily fuck with is the classic Welcome, This Is a Farmhouse, whatever it's called. Is it called Farmhouse?
Yes.
I mean, we have Cluster Flies Alas. That song hits.
Why do you know so many Fish songs?
I know one song, and that's a lyric from that one song.
Oh, it's a lyric?
Yeah.
You know the words? They have words?
Yeah, I used to fuck hacky sackers in high school.
Oh my god.
Hacky sackers and jam bands go hand in hand. And I also used to fuck this guy that was obsessed with string cheese incident.
The string cheese incident?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gross.
I've seen them multiple times.
Were they good?
Oh yeah, they're great. They're a lot of fun.
See? I love you.
You're never going to convince me.
I love the idea of you getting a jam band girlfriend.
I think Josh would have fun at a show.
I think he would do. He talks a lot of shit, but he drops a little
I've gone.
acid.
I've done
You've
it.
gone to a Fish concert?
I've gone to like a cover band. What's the difference?
There's a huge difference.
No, not really.
What about OAR? That's a
Oh my god. Don't even
I don't know
get
about that.
you can get fucked with OAR.
But OAR
It's
isn't
a
that
crazy game of poker. Yeah.
It's the
Put a
song.
fucking bullet straight through my brain.
I don't even know where that came from. It was like a
OAR,
repressed.
get
It was
fucked.
such like a repressed memory, and then I started thinking about high school, and then OAR came out, and the crazy game of poker. I think it's like an 8-minute song. Am I wrong about that?
It's the worst song. That band and Dave Matthews are the things that started me hating. And I bet you jam band people
Jam
hate
band-
Dave Matthews.
Yeah, jam band
Yes.
but
people do hate.
So
See,
I
it's
guess we
8
could come
minutes.
together.
I know. See, I know my OAR.
That's
I said I know
that's
it's about.
insane.
I know it's about 8 minutes. But is OAR considered a jam band, Lee?
Maybe in the 90s.
They're Dave Matthews-ish.
Yeah, I'd consider them
No.
more along
They're
the lines.
Dave Matthews-
Birkenstocks, your parents are rich, but you're pretending they're not kind of band.
Yeah.
Like 311 is kind of like that.
311.
311's more like
311
beach.
he likes.
I don't like,
How
but
could you not like Amber?
I do like Amber.
Anyone who doesn't like Amber is dead.
I like a few 311 songs, but I would never put them in the category of this. They're like beach rock or something. I don't even know. They're like ska almost.
I feel like OAR, 311, Dave Matthews. They're all like that fringe, you know.
I put this with like, who's that dildo that's Jack Johnson? Remember that fucking
Jack
idiot?
Johnson and OAR, you can't just lump them together.
Why?
Also, because Jack
They both wear sandals.
First of all, Jack Johnson's first album, Bubble Toes, I believe it was called.
Oh my god! Yep.
That shit went off. The first album was fire. When that came out in high school, I was on board. This was pre-Banana Pancakes. Banana Pancakes is when this fucker fell off.
God, he has the gayest fucking names for shit. Bubble Toes and Banana Pancakes. Get fucked, dude.
Well, when I was like 17 or 18 and Banana Pancakes came out and I was driving to visit my boyfriend in Santa Barbara and I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, we can pretend it's the weekend, babe. Have Banana Pancakes.
This guy's such a fucking knob.
I feel he really is.
He really is.
He's dropped off the face of the earth. Is he like, or no, it's not him.
I feel like he could be on Raya.
Jason Mraz.
Yes.
He owns like avocado. He like every avocado you buy, it's Jason Mraz owns like.
Are you
8%
lying?
Swear to God.
How do you know that?
Jason Mraz owns avocados.
But
Type in avocado.
Now I'm seeing a savvy businessman, which makes him hotter.
No, yeah, he like quit. He's like, I'm Jason Mraz, blah 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 blah, blah. And then he's like,
Does he sing that song, The Melody?
I'm gonna buy avocados.
Mraz Family Farms.
Organic, fair, and kind.
And look at a big avocados hanging like a bunch of pair of balls there.
Yeah, those are the most nutsacky avocados I've ever seen.
Hey guys, it's me, Jason Mraz. Blah, blah.
Now, Jason Mraz and his avocado farm.
What's some fucking gay song that he has?
The Melody, right?
It's the melody, it's the doobity, and the motion.
I think it's The Melody.
All these guys are drips, and I hate them.
Oh, I'm yours.
What's that?
That's a song. I'm yours. People are fucking turning off the podcast because they started singing.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, whenever I sing, it's like, shut up, bitch. You have a bad voice.
That's funny.
It's horrible. It's like, bitch, I know.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch. Are you pregnant? Cellulite. I knew. Look, this is what happens. I get in relationships and they just get uglier and uglier.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's what yeah, it's funny because it's not
bitch.
you.
I like that.
I'm yours.
That's not how it goes.
Yes, it does.
Oh, The Remedy. That's the one we were thinking
Yeah.
of. It's the remedy in the BBD. I hate this fucking guy. Turn him off.
No, the remedy's not even worth playing because we're not going to get demonetized for Jason Mraz.
But he owns
I'd rather
avocados.
get demonetized for a crazy game of poker and listen to all 8 minutes of it.
It's a crazy. Is it? How crazy is it? Fucking dummies with their stupid hats that make them look
do you
like.
think that they were like?
Look at these dumb hats.
Yeah, I think he was on Raya.
He was on Raya. Look at that dumb
I
hat.
think he may have been. I don't want to put his business out there.
Recently?
I feel like when I was single, I did see Jason Mraz on there, and
bet you saw
my pussy's never been more dry.
I bet it
You
was
see
just
Jason Mraz, your pussy just shrivels up.
I bet it was just a guy named Bob.
What do you mean?
It's just some guy named Bob that looks like Jason Mraz.
That hat is extreme.
People wore dumb hats. I remember the hat that was like my hat, now like a beanie, but it had the brim.
Oh yeah, I dated a
rocked
guy that
couple
wore
of those.
that.
I used to rock that back in the day.
Do you remember when
Never
Pharrell,
once would I wear one of those fucking stupid hats.
fedora?
There. Is that a fedora?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That was around the time of the metrosexual. Do you remember when people said the word metrosexual?
No, this is around the time when remember when swing music was like huge for a little bit?
Like Lou Vega? Lou Vega went off.
Lou Vega was the Mambo 5?
Yeah.
No, not him. I'm talking
Trina and dun
that wasn't. Was that swing music? I guess it kind of was a little bit like that. But I'm talking like Cherry Poppin' Daddies and like.
I
what was that
kind of
other
like
one?
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Zoot Suit Riot does slap.
Dude, I don't want to hate on swing music.
Zoot Suit Riot slaps. But what was that other band? The Brian Setzer Orchestra. That was their big one. Type that one in. I forget what their song was.
Brian
Setzer Orchestra. Setzer.
Well, I've never even heard of them.
Yes, you have. Put on. Let me see what their songs are. The Brian.
Jump, Jive, and Wail.
Yes.
Jump, Jive. Yeah. Throw back a bottle of beer.
No, that's Zoot Suit Riot.
Oh, they all fucking sound the same.
No, Zoot Suit Riot rules. Zoot Suit Riot, riot, throw back a bottle. Oh, nobody.
Dude.
And then he goes, when they do the scat part, when he's like, zoot, za, doo, za, and then everyone just has it back. Zee-ba-boo, dee-boop.
I like it when Korn does that part.
Oh, the bop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of lost me on that part, but I love Korn, you know that.
You do?
Jump, Jive, and Wail. That I forget how it goes, but that was their big one. That was a big music video back in what was that, 98?
I have no idea. Yeah, you're right.
Look at me. The late 90s, they started wearing fedoras and doing swing music again like it was the fucking...
Okay, but do you remember that in the mall there is a store and it was called Metro Park?
No. I wasn't a Metro guy. There was a stage in middle school when I frosted my tips and wore a polo and khakis, and I didn't know who I was, and I
was wearing a
immediately
polo.
realized that wasn't me.
That's when I was working at Abercrombie, probably right around that time.
Right, I wanted to be an Abercrombie boy. I thought I was I thought I was a Backstreet Boy or something. You know?
Wait, is Metro Park now still open, or does that? Oh, it's closed. Is it closed permanently or right now?
Seems they have a website.
They're on Yelp.
Oh my God! Click on Metro Park USA.
They've got 3 locations in the United States.
No, Yelpers report that this location is closed. This was the... Yeah. Let's shop for a minute.
See you later. They don't even have any clothes anymore.
Yeah, they had it was like knockoff Affliction tees.
What?
Yeah.
Zoop, za, doo,
Did you ever have a chain wallet?
I did, for a very brief time.
Recently?
No, this is like 7th, 8th grade. When I went from frosted tips, polo, khakis, I immediately realized this isn't me. I'm not feeling like this is my skin. I then went to very large Janko jeans, black t-shirt, black hair, chain wallet. I look like Big J. Okerson in 8th grade.
But Big J. Okerson does look like a lot of us in middle school still.
Yes.
Which you gotta love about him.
No,
He's committed to the vibe and the look.
He definitely stuck with it.
He's stuck with it.
And he's evolved. I mean, he's not like completely been the same forever.
Yeah. What about the double polo shirts? Did you do
Never
that?
did that. That was after my polo realm was over.
I would be like, here's something a little edgy. I'll wear a pink one and a green one. Pop both collars.
I used to shit on the double polo people.
You did?
Yeah, I go.
Did you ever wear puka shells?
These guys are so. I remember they were like socias. I call them socias, like in The Outsiders.
Whoa.
Yeah, we
Hell
call
of a
them
look.
Chads.
Wait, this guy has multiple.
Well, that's
1,
bullshit.
2,
That's not
3.
a real.
What do you think? That's an AI generated
That's
man?
just no. I mean, that's just a guy being a fucking getting an LOL.
And look, he has a knockoff polo shirt, and it's a stripper on a pole instead of a pole. That's kind of cool.
Who was the rapper? Is it Cameron that wore the pink polo?
I have no idea. There's Kanye with a popped collar.
He's up there. He's like the Jews.
That's before he pissed off my people.
Do you identify? I was curious about this because I just found this out.
What?
They don't let you be a Jew.
They don't let me be a Jew because my
Mom isn't
not
Jewish. Exactly. So you should be like upset, shouldn't you?
I'm not. I mean, my grandpa survived the Holocaust, so yeah, I do feel a strong connection.
That sucks
To
when
the
your
culture.
grandfather
Survives the
Holocaust,
Holocaust,
but
and
they're
they're
like-
like, "You're not Jewish enough, bitch."
your grandfather on your mother's side. You're like, no, it's my father. They're like, sorry,
It doesn't
you don't
count.
get to claim him.
Oh, sorry, all your ancestors got burnt in ovens. It doesn't matter. That
Damn.
just harshened the vibe.
You ever meet him?
I met my grandpa, but none of his
Do you ever
family.
ask him about the Holocaust?
Yeah, I did a book. It was like a report in school. I interviewed him about it.
Really? Do you still have it?
Yeah, somewhere.
You should dig that out and bring it for the pod.
Uplifting content.
Hey, you never. I want to hear what
Well, my grandpa. This is what I know.
book report Sarah wrote about it.
This is what I know about. I don't know like all of the details. All I know is that my grandpa was like 8. His mother put him on a train during the Holocaust because the Nazis were coming.
Mm.
She sent him on a train by himself.
To where?
At 8. I don't know, just like out of town. And he got rescued by Quakers
Whoa, that's good
in
luck.
Germany. And then the Quakers sent him to Ellis Island. And then when he got to Ellis Island, they said, "Do you want to go to New York? You want to stay in New York, or do you want to go to LA?" And he thought that there was cowboys in Los Angeles in California.
Mm.
So, and he was 8. So he was like, I want to see the cowboys. I want to go to California. And that's when he got adopted by the Weinshenks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
L.A.
Weinshenks. My grandpa went to Fairfax High.
Wow.
Yeah, the Weinshenk family's been in these streets
That's
for a minute.
lucky because getting on a train back in those days dicey.
Questionable. As a Jew?
Could have went a different way.
Yeah.
Thank God for those Quakers. You ever buy the oats and give them a salute?
No, but like, what do Quakers even believe? I guess
Annie's a Quaker from Quaker people. It's
No.
Pennsylvania.
no.
Yeah.
Annie's a Quaker?
Her parents or whatever are Quakers.
Okay, let's read about this.
Quakers came over. If I can, before we read about them, I'm going to just venture to try and pull
Did you
some.
skim right real quick?
Nope, I'm trying to pull
Okay.
some 10th grade history here. The Quakers. John Quaker. I'm having my eyes closed. Is that a guy?
John Quaker?
Is John Quaker a guy?
That seems made up, Josh.
It might be. I might have just pulled that one out. Is John Quaker a guy?
John Woolman.
I don't know, but there was a guy with
He
his
was
last
a
name.
Quaker.
I thought there was a last name Quaker in there somewhere. But they were in Pennsylvania. And they came over here, and I don't fucking remember. Anyway, what are they?
What's up with these Quakers? Quakers believe in the divine nature of all people, equality, and nonviolence. Okay, so far on brand. Quakers believe that all people are equal and have unique worth. Nonviolence.
It was one of those like religions that splintered off because like I believe Catholicism was doing some atrocities back in the day. of their own.
They've been doing atrocities since the beginning of time.
Yeah, well now it's a little more child oriented than it was back then. Back then it was just they were simply crusading and murdering people that were
Simply murdering and crusading.
Yeah, believe it or not, it's crazy to think that the Catholics somehow are doing worse things now, but yes. Quakers believe that the priests and rituals are unnecessary. See, yeah, that's what the thing was.
Dude, maybe we should become Quakers.
No, I'm good. I don't need to.
What? If we become Quakers, we can book festivals. I'm just a Quaker comedian. People are like, I'm a Muslim comedian. Yeah, I'm a Quaker.
I'm sure there's Quaker comedians. It's not really a huge religion right now, though, It's not really like you're not selling tickets.
But then how do they get involved with the oats?
That's just Quaker Oats.
Wow.
I don't know.
Annie Letterman's the first one to come up.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
I told you.
Wow.
Told you.
I did not know she was a Quaker.
Well, she's not really, but she'll
But that's crazy. She has Quaker blood.
Yeah.
I need to sit down and talk to her about her people.
I'd be
Quaker question.
I would be surprised if she could tell you more than I just did.
Oh my
and
God.
I told you nothing.
Wow.
probably knows
James
some
Dean
things.
was a Quaker. I knew
Yep.
there was something hot about him.
Judi Dench.
What are you all about? I mean, you don't even know what they're about.
I know
The
that they
oats?
saved my grandpa. I wouldn't be here without the Quakers.
That's true.
I'm gonna start wearing the fucking hat, dude.
That's a
Book
good
me
point.
on your festival, JFL. Check out my mommy has a new hat.
Mommy's a Quaker.
Mommy has a new hat, and she has strict beliefs now.
Pull up the Quaker outfit. Let's see if Sarah can. I mean, you could 100%. I feel like you've worn the Quaker
I feel like I
outfit.
wear the Quaker outfit once a week.
Yeah, it's one of those like Wednesday Addams type
Oh
things.
yeah, maybe that's why I have an affinity towards it.
Oh, you
A
definitely
big
rock.
collar? Give me a fucking bonnet and an apron. I'm in my Quaker era.
I feel like you've been a hot Quaker for Halloween at one point, or
Dude, I might be hot Quaker man for Halloween. That one's not hot. That's like sister wife.
Nah, but you can slut that up.
Yes. Slut that up. Some
Yeah, you
fucking
gotta be a hot
stripper
Quaker
heels.
for Halloween.
An ode to my grandpa.
Yeah, sexy Quaker.
Dude,
She's got them quaking.
Shank the Quake.
Shank has got them
Shank
quaking
the
in her
Quake.
boots.
It's just me in a huge hat, my titties pushed up.
Oh yeah, the Shank Quake.
That's funny.
It's a little Handmaid's Tale.
It is very.
Yeah. The least I could do
That's
is
what we're
an
gonna send them
homage.
back to. Get ready, you're all gonna be Quakers soon.
Hey, fuck you.
Can't wait. Quake them up.
Quake 'em up. Ooh, look at the male
Blessed be the
Quakers.
fruit.
Dude, if a man like that tried to save my child, I'd be scared.
It's crazy that
It's
they
the
were in Germany. The
stockings.
Quakers were in Germany, and they're just like,
Come on, young Jew.
Yeah, I don't like. How did that work?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, wild. They're also pilgrims, by the way.
Yeah.
So maybe everyone just dressed like that. Maybe that was just the fashion. And they get stuck with it because that was the fashion du jour of the time.
But the Catholics, the priests and stuff don't dress like that. I will tell you one thing about the Catholics. The drip is off the chain. They have the fucking outfits that they have.
What, like the popes and shit?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The hats,
I tried to watch that fucking movie Conclave the other day.
I don't even know what that is.
I turned that shit on and I go, who do you think you are, Josh?
Look at this. Look at this. Like, I'm sorry, Pope Benedict, go off. Luxurious. What is that? His St. Patrick's Day robe? They have all different kinds of them, too.
Yeah, you'd think they're supposed to be like, wealth isn't a thing or whatever.
Wealth isn't a thing. Check out my golden staff and my fucking huge hat.
No, we got to live like Jesus or whatever the fuck. But
I'm in it for the garb.
I'm out of my depth here, to be quite honest.
You're at what? Catholicism?
Religion talk. I haven't thought about
I went
this
to Catholic school.
I went to a Jesuit college where we were like forced to learn religion every semester.
Catholicism?
I dropped out after one semester, but
You didn't finish college?
no.
You have the vocabulary of someone who finished college.
What does that mean?
You use eloquent speaking.
Because I read books. I don't have to go to college to read books. I quit college because I was in radio and I was like, what am I doing here? Fucking gay college.
Well, I was thinking about you because my mom, what's that artist that you like? Was that weird woman? That's
Edward Hopper?
Yeah. Pull up Edward Hopper. My mom painted her own Edward Hopper.
What did she paint?
Like a lady sitting in...
Maybe that's her crying out for help, but she's...
Edward Hopper.
That one right there, or no, not that one. That's the diner. I have that one in my house.
The
too.
lady with the hat. Automat.
I have that in my house.
Deb painted something quite similar to that recently.
I have that, and I have the people on the porch. I forget what it is, like Spring Night. I forget the name of the fucking name of the portrait.
See, you're cultured. When was the last time you went to a museum?
I went to the Edward Hopper exhibit in New York. I was supposed to go with a girl.
Like such a funny fact. It makes you such a three-dimensional guy.
It was like Spring Night or something like that.
So you went to the Edward Hopper exhibit in New York with a girl?
No, I was supposed to go with a girl and she ditched me.
So you went without her?
Yeah.
Bye, bitch. Did you ever take
art? I forget Spring Porch. It's like just type in Edward Hopper porch. It's like two people on a porch. It's like the most like I stare at it and I'm like, God, looks like a nice.
It really does.
Maybe it's like Summer Night or something. Why can't I remember the name of the fucking portrait? God damn it! I would have never known that the woman was Automat. I don't
like the lonely girl. That's
there it is, right? The second one on the right. On the right.
She's cool.
That one.
That
Summer
one I like.
Evening.
That one I fuck with. That one I fuck with.
I feel like I've been on that porch before.
We've all been on that porch before.
But the big one I have is the Automat because that woman, I go, she's waiting for me in there.
I know. Isn't it in the background of your phone?
Not anymore. It used to be. People were like, what is that?
Yeah, it made me feel like it was a cry for help. It was like this lonely looking lady in a weird hat. Quaker-esque hat, if you will.
That's what the hat of the times. I mean, that was back in the day.
Dude. Sitting next to a bowl of fruit.
I have a giant picture. I have a giant canvas painting of that in my house.
know. I've been to your house. What about this speaks to you?
I don't exactly know. I mean, it's just the matter of like...
Do you want to have sex with this woman when you see her? Not no.
I mean, not no. I don't know her. I want to get to know her. It's a woman.
I know. You see her and you go, I'm intrigued.
Yeah. I go, what's she doing there? Why is she by herself? Who's she waiting for? Is it me? Is this divine intervention?
She literally looks like something bad just happened.
I feel like it's just been a long day and she's just enjoying.
She looks like she just had a miscarriage to me.
I mean, wow, you're really painting your own picture, if you will.
Look at her. She's glancing down at her cup, it is half empty. I almost had a daughter, but I lost her.
I mean, Nighthawks is the one that is like his most famous one. That's the one in the diner.
Nighthawks?
Yeah.
I like some of his others more than that one.
That one's huge. This is like his biggest one.
This one goes off.
You think so? What's different about this one than the other one?
The dark lady freaks me out.
She's not dark.
She has a darkness to her.
I think she's just a beautiful woman who's, I mean, I can't tell you.
It looks like she just left her husband or had a miscarriage.
I can't tell you how many times I'm on the road or whatever. You walk by a coffee shop, you see just a lady. Now we've got laptops and iPads and everything. So instead of just staring into her cup of tea or coffee or whatever she has, now they're staring into their phones. It's the same thing.
Is it?
Summer evening rules, though. It's like, are those guys are they gonna make out? Are they just having a cigarette? Is there a party inside?
Summer evening, they are about to have sex. Or the relationship is coming to an end and they're trying to talk about it.
I just can hear the crickets and the bugs.
The smell, I can smell the scent of spring.
There's people, I was like, I imagine there's a party in the house and they're just going outside to have a cig.
Yeah, it looks like they're really talking about something serious, though.
See, I think it's more of a frivolous conversation.
Really? Like what?
I don't know. I feel like they're just getting some air.
To me, it's like, and then my dad left.
You think it's intense?
Well, yeah, I see a lot of darkness. I mean, maybe this is just like what I'm seeing. You know, like when
you put it on my poor
test.
You put it on my poor lady. I literally lay on my couch and just look at that lady.
That lady in that weird hat.
Every day, I just because my couch is like here.
I know you play college football video games, and
then I turn it off and I go
gaze at her and say, "Where is she?"
I won the national championship tonight, babe.
And she doesn't look up from her cup.
No, the Edward Hopper exhibit in New York was. I can't remember what fucking museum had it.
The Guggenheim.
Like 2 years ago. No, it wasn't the Guggenheim. It wasn't the Met either.
Those are the only two I fucking know.
I know exactly. It was one that It was the fucking other
MoMA.
No, MoMA, maybe.
Should we start going to museums?
No.
Why? I think that'd be
I saw
that would be a fun cultural activity. I'll pick you up. We can go to the museum. We need activities that aren't harmful.
I have a couple books on 20th century realism if you want to just
want to have an art club?
If you want to hunker down.
Sorry, I can't. Potter and I have art club today. Should
my
we just start going to museums?
I used to use my sister's Amazon account. And she goes, "Did you just order an art book?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" My sister said that to me.
Dude,
who the fuck do you think you are?
You know, like in my early 20s, I was real casual with spending because I didn't realize that we're all gonna die. Like, and I need money for my future. It was more like we're all gonna die. I better buy this.
Yeah, I'm almost 40 and I haven't realized that yet.
Did you buy more frivolous stuff in your 20s, though?
No, I didn't have any money then.
I was very loose with my money.
Yeah, tell me about it. That was the last 5 years of my life I've been loose with my money. Are you kidding me?
I think one of the dumbest
I'm buying fucking Edward Hopper knockoffs over here.
Fuck.
They're obviously not originals, folks. I'm not buying
Edward Hopper prints.
Yeah, they actually weren't that expensive. The big one was like a couple $100, but...
I remember.
I mean, it's full canvas.
One of the dumbest purchases I made, and I was like, "It's art." Is this book? It's called Chewed. It's a coffee table book. It's like all these dog toys that are just chewed up, and I was like, "This speaks to me."
That sounds like a Sarah mental break purchase.
Chewed book.
Oh my God, Sarah!
It's an art book. Yeah, no, there it is.
Oh my! See, this is the thing. I feel like I can make a coffee table book.
We all can. Maybe that's our new project.
I might do it.
We need a reason to live. Look, this spoke to me. Sure, I was hopped up on Adderall. I was hopped up on amphetamines. I was hopped up on amphetamines, and I was like, "Yeah, that's it."
Does anyone look?
Art.
Coffee table books are for those meaningless. I feel like they're going out of style because now our phones are just coffee table books.
Well, listen, I still own this book.
Is it out? Is it displayed in your home?
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy.
You want to come look at it sometime?
That's crazy. You make fun of me.
I fucking looked at that and said, I need to own that. That's crazy.
Because I have art on my walls all from
looking at this and saying, I need this in my home. And let me tell you, I don't hate looking at it now. There's something about it. It's sad. It used to have life. This becomes an art interpretation podcast.
I mean, you're pretty good at it. What the fuck? I mean, Sarah.
Wait. I thought I could tell you. I thought I could be vulnerable with you
No,
as
you
a
can,
friend.
but also-
and now
you're-
I'm
you
being.
are.
First I tell you I like
No, but this
OAR,
is-
crazy game of poker, and then I let you into my heart. I let you know about my chewed book.
No, you were on a mental break when you purchased this.
Oh, it probably was in
You
some
were on
type of
Adderall.
Yeah.
You were in psychosis.
I was in a psycho.
Yeah, that was in your dark days.
I just did an Excel sheet. I need something to take my
She
mind
was-
off of it.
she was-
Bring me chewed.
She was 2 shades away from the ward when she purchased this.
What do you mean? This doesn't do anything for you? The cover does something to me.
No,
I want
mean,
to see the head of the bunny.
Like I said, I bought a more of like a book about the history of
War.
20th century realism.
What is considered 20th century realism?
Well, Edward Hopper, he's one of the best American
Okay.
artists in the. Type in some other names there. 20th century real. I mean, this is getting highfalutin. This
dude,
podcast.
we're cultured. Depicted the life.
See, look at that. Nighthawks is like the first fucking thing that pops up. Am I a hack for liking Edward
Yeah,
Hopper?
it's like being like, I love Van Gogh.
I know, right? I'm a hack for liking.
Starry Night Van Gogh. It's like I like Monet.
Oh, yeah, there
The
you
water
go.
lilies. Okay,
Those are some
I don't
good
know any of
names.
these other names,
Yeah, I was gonna
Do
pretend
you?
like I did, but I don't.
dude. I'm an
I can't really
uncultured
see.
swine.
I can't really read them from here, but
Dude, John Register, cha-ching. Philip Pearlstein, a Jew.
John Sloan rules. Look at his shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all like. This is all shit that was like made in the last 100 years. You know, the 1900s. He
Yeah.
rips. John Sloan rips. You know, I took a class one time.
I took a class too. It was one of my favorite classes. Except for when we got to like the Catholicism section and it was just like Jesus and Mary.
Yeah, look at this.
over
John
and
Sloan
over again.
rips. That shit rules. You could get like he's like real big on the like outside stuff.
Landscapes.
Yeah. Like that one right there. I could get lost in that shit.
In
The
that?
fuck it. No, the one at the plains.
Dude,
We can hear the OR upstairs.
you can hear the OR music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is about to send me back to the psych ward, sweetie. The OR music blasting in my ears.
They'll stop it in a second.
Which one? I don't see the planes.
Oh, it's the one you were just on. The one on the
This
big one. Yeah.
Oh, actual. I was
It's
looking.
clouds.
I was looking.
That wasn't what it's called. I
Oh,
just-
I
planes,
was looking
like
for airplanes.
like field.
no,
yeah,
yeah.
so was I. I was like, is he?
No,
That's-
the plains.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were talking like prairie, plains.
Yeah.
yeah.
What would you call that?
Grass,
Sure.
the grass and hillside.
Yeah, no, John Sloan rips. I mean, there's a bunch of dudes in that book that I really just got obsessed with Edward Hopper, though.
Edward Hopper really did something to you. What about Lichtenstein, that comic book looking shit?
No, I don't like that shit.
You don't. What about Basquiat?
No. You love him.
I do.
Is he like the only artist you know? Is that why you love him?
No, Keith Haring.
No, Keith Haring.
No, I like Keith Haring.
See, I like all the 20th century realism guys because their names are like that. Like
I like Degas.
Ed Hopper, John Sloan. You know what I mean? They're all like fucking.
This guy died of AIDS, pretty sure.
That shit's stupid.
I like it. It's
yeah, this is a
different.
real OAR vibe.
You know what? Fuck you.
This guy looks like
I
Jason
like
Mraz.
pop art. Give me
Ugh.
some Warhol. Show
Look
me
at
the
these little
Campos.
fucking dildos dancing with each other.
They're just gay guys getting it on. Right now, they'd be alive. If Prep was alive,
Is that what that top left corner means? They're penetrating his beehole up there?
yeah, he's putting his head right straight in his ass. He's like, guess what? I'm on Prep.
Double fisted. Look at the guy down there. He's ready to put his head up his ass.
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that
He
shit
was
sucks.
a gay legend.
I think that
What
shit
about Degas?
sucks.
He painted the ballerinas.
Ooh, I do like Degas.
Let's look at Degas.
How do you spell that?
Degas. That's what I'm about. See, if
What is this,
I-
like pointillism and shit? What is this?
I don't know if it's
You just like
it's
the
impressionist.
ballerinas.
I like the ballerinas. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind of shit that they'd have in like a grandma's house.
Rude. And I think that painting that you had
What?
is giving grandma's house.
Which grandma? Which one?
The lady in the hat.
That is a.
She's like, oh, here, sit down, sweetie. Appreciate the art. I'll get out my shortbread tin. That's what that.
No, over the ballerinas? Are
The
you kidding me?
ballerinas just embraces the divine feminine.
I think this guy's a perv. He's painting children.
He's a French impressionist.
Impressionist.
He does look a little perverted. Now that
I said pointillism, but I meant, I don't know. I'm out of my depth again.
Pointillism, is that the dots?
It is. Who did that? Who was the big pointillism
Google
guy?
Pointillism. We're really learning. I feel like
Welcome
I'm learning.
for the ride, folks.
Pointillism.
You came for comedy. You're getting an art education.
Okay, pointillism.
Who was
I
the
don't
main
know.
guy? There was the one main guy with see the top left one there down? Oh, go back.
Yeah.
See the top left there? The what is
underneath?
that? Down.
Down.
Right there, top left in that
Oh,
square.
yeah, the umbrellas.
That one was the big one. What the fuck was that?
Is that Monet?
No, it is.
No.
Who the fuck did
Dude,
that?
I don't know. I took an art history class and we definitely learned about
that one was huge. That one was the one I learned about that in 7th grade. What the fuck was that?
Georgia Surratt.
George Surratt.
Yeah, I remember learning about him, but I also remember Kandinsky. Kandinsky was go up. They talk about right there. I remember really liking him, but I can't remember what it was. And Mondrian is those grid square things.
Yeah.
I like that. Kandinsky, I remember really liking him in school, but I don't remember what his art looks like. Can we look him up?
How cool, though. I mean, people shit on the public education system. The fact that I took an art class that taught me in 7th grade about pointillism, and then we got to try to do it.
This was also probably when I was on Adderall.
Yeah, you love this dumb shit. Yeah, this shit's dumb.
I fucking don't like it anymore.
Oh, Kandinsky, he's great. Yeah, this fucking garbage. I hate garbage like this. Picasso, he's a bunch of trash too.
Picasso, hit or miss.
I mean, I do like Guernica.
What's Guernica?
That was Picasso's painting, Guernica, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't. That's not even in my mind as a thing.
There it is, right there. It came up right away. Guernica. It's pretty violent. It's about the Civil War and Spanish Civil War.
Yeah, that's a little too much for mommy.
Crazy.
Dude, all these people must have been mentally ill as fuck.
Van Gogh's cutting his ear off.
I know. Didn't he mail it to somebody?
Yes. A lady that he loved. I'm going to start doing that shit.
Dude, if I got an ear in the mail.
I get a little depressed and my manager's like, hey, you need to buck up. I mean,
how close are you to slicing off an ear?
I mean, it's crazy. It's like
just slicing off a
artists
lobe.
used to embrace their mental illness and let it shine on the canvas. Now I have to stifle mine so that my manager doesn't feel uncomfortable.
I have to keep putting out content.
Yeah. I got to stifle my depression so I could make a TikTok or some horse shit.
Hey, Josh, you ever try Snapchat?
Why don't you get more clips out there? Yeah.
Oh, I haven't thought of that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Get more clips. Oh, yeah, my whole life isn't clips already.
Go tell Picasso to make some fucking clips.
Dude, if Picasso had to generate, I mean, how many followers do you think Picasso would have?
I don't know.
He might be stuck at 50,000 underappreciated till he died. You know what I mean?
Van Gogh would have had to get more ears. Send him out.
I guess you can just live without an ear.
I mean, he died, I think, shortly after.
You slice off your ear, you're dead?
No, I think I don't know. I remember thinking that it was toward the end of his life.
How did Van Gogh die?
Go to Van Gogh in the ear.
Picasso's art is said to document his tumultuous personal life. I mean, same. Right? That's where all the good art comes from.
That's why I got a blowjob joke.
I got
My blowjob joke is a reflection of my tumultuous life. Yeah, after he
shot himself with a revolver.
My God, in the chest. That's like a fucking G, dude.
Dude,
hey, don't say that word. He unalived himself.
Can we mark that?
Please cross out. I can't believe they're allowing that on the internet. I'm gonna start using the verb. He Richard Jennied himself.
Oh man, Richard Jenny was amazing.
He was the man. And then his calendar got a little bare and he went.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Wow, what a relatable feeling.
I know.
mean, that makes it a little too real.
Trust me. I remember saying to myself, I go, man, this is like when I first, when it first happened, I found out someone was like, his calendar started getting a little bare every year. His dates.
Oh, and no, I know exactly what you're saying.
Well, I mean, and you're talking about a guy who had a long-ass career. And then his calendar started drying up a little bit. couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle the
J-E-N-I.
disappearing, Jeni. Couldn't handle it off himself. And I always said to myself, back then, I go, why couldn't he just evolve? He could have if he would have just lasted a little longer, podcasts would have came around.
Jaws 3 is one of my favorite bits of his.
And then I was like, nowadays, now I'm trying to drum up my own calendar. I go,
yes, it is.
I go, boy, oh boy, Richard Jeni may have been on to something.
He may have been on to something.
Seriously, though, just a little bit longer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was right at that time. If he would have because he was so beloved and talented. Everyone thought of him as being great.
He was like a genius.
But he was like kind of a throwback and like also, at the time it was like Dane Cook selling out a fucking arena and Richard Jeni can't even get booked at fucking Tampa Bay fucking Funny Bone anymore. And he started losing it.
This is sad. Richard Jeni trying to get in at Side Splitters. Dane Cook's doing his Kool-Aid bit.
But at the same time, I want to know, how empty was it, Richard?
No.
Really? I mean, what are we talking here?
How empty was it?
Does it say anything about his
gigs right before he died?
Richard Jeni'd himself? Does it tell the tale of it? Because that's just
death.
I'm talking tales of.
Oh my God, he
show
dated
business.
a weather anchor.
That's my dream. I mean,
Okay,
Richard
wait.
I.
Oh wait, listen to this.
Every time I close my eyes at night, I hope that Richard Jeni comes to me in a dream.
That is very funny.
And tells me to keep going.
Stop summoning the spirit of Richard Jeni.
I think about him every day.
Do you really?
Really?
I think about Mitch Hedberg kind of a lot.
I don't think about him. I mean,
Really?
he did heroin. I could do that any
Well,
day.
it was the glasses for me. I think about his accessories. when I was in Austin, I was like, I'm gonna try wearing glasses on stage. Big mistake.
I saw
You know
your
why?
glasses. Why?
Can't connect with the audience if they can't see your eyes.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Josh, yours are clear. They can see your eyes.
I didn't always have clear glasses. I had to give up connecting. What does it say about the death? You were going to read something?
I mean, it says that in 2004, Jeni was ranked 57 on Comedy Central's.
Yeah, that was a cool
then
list.
3 years later, he just kills himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He said,
I mean,
well, that'll do, pig.
that Comedy Central Top 100 didn't necessarily
Wasn't enough.
fill the calendar, Lee.
That's like someone killing themselves. Like, I was on Vulture's 10 comedians to watch list.
That was a
3
cool.
years ago.
That Comedy Central list was. I remember like
Who else was on
writing
it?
people down. Everybody. I mean, I remember like writing people. That was when I discovered that list. Actually, was where I discovered Louis C.K. When they put out that list in what did you say?
Oh my God,
2004.
listen to this. He's fucking.
I was in high school then, so
He's just in bed with his weather anchor girlfriend.
I think Louis C.K. was like number 80 something, by the way, on that list.
Okay, wait, dude. He's in bed with his weather anchor woman.
Yeah. What does it say that?
It says they're talking in bed, talking about breakfast and their plans for the day. So he's like, baby, fix me up that French toast. Put a little cinnamon on it, just the way I like it. And then she walks downstairs to cook the French toast. Bam, gunshot, dead.
Yeah, he probably was like, hey, babe, can you go make some French toast? And then he was like, I'm just going to make a little phone call here. So what's April looking like? Empty? Oh, my God. May too? Kadoosh!
No.
Van Gogh himself.
Woody Allen's on the list?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I thought you said Woody Harrelson.
Woody Allen?
Yeah, of
I don't-
course. He's a
Go
stand-up.
down.
It's one of the best stand-ups ever.
I didn't even know that.
But this is like also 2004. I wonder if they ever updated it. Who would crack it from like today?
Oh, it's Richard. Louis Anderson is on there.
Of course. You're acting like these people have never done
Well,
stand-up.
Louis Anderson.
He was huge. I mean, he
Remember
did
when he
like
had the
Carson like
cartoon?
16 times. He like got huge from Carson.
Who's on the list? Let's pull up
The list
poll.
is great. I mean, it's
Richard
like
Pryor,
it's
of
long.
course.
It's
George
100
Carlin,
people.
Lenny Bruce.
That's the
okay.
top of the list, but like Louis C.K. is like 80. I want to say
Steve
if
Martin.
I want to test my
Not Bill
knowledge here.
Cosby. Bill Cosby's 8.
Of course, he was a great
Can
stand-up.
we modify that?
Why does it change what he was that he
Well,
because he was
sick.
R.A.P.
It's Woody
eating a girl?
Allen and Bill Cosby.
Yeah, okay, but they still did what they did.
Oh, like you're getting real upset.
Separate the art from the artist,
I
lady.
guess I have to.
Go down to the 80s. I want to see where Louis C.K. was. Started from the
Chappelle
go
was
from
on
the
there.
top. Yeah, of course. But he was like
Eddie Izzard, Gallagher, Janine Garofalo, Louis
C.K.'s. Look at he's
98.
98. That's crazy. See,
Sandra Bernhard.
Say, of course, she's up on the. I mean, her picture. There are people here.
Andrew Dice.
Her name is in neons here in the Comedy Store, Sandra Bernhardt.
Yeah.
And people are. I remember I was talking to a door person here, and they were like, "Who's Sandra Bernhardt?
That's
Like, are you out of your fucking mind?" I mean, it is crazy. Okay, but yeah, she's fantastic. Who's that? Joey Bishop.
Yeah.
Dice.
I don't know who Joey
David Allen
Bishop is.
Greer got on there. You don't know who Joey Bishop is? He was in the Rat Pack. Come on, he was like the loser of the Rat Pack.
I
though.
didn't
like,
know he was in the Joey Bishop
They'd
show
always
in the
rip
60s.
on Joey Bishop. They're like, Joey Bishop's like Sinatra just kept him around as his like dog that he'd kick, basically.
He also died in 2007.
Yeah, not the way he didn't Richard Jenny himself. I'll tell you that. He died of old age.
Yeah, he was 89.
Joey Bishop. He was awful though. Joey
Gary
Bishop was kind of bad,
Shandling,
but he
of
was
course.
famous. Gary Shandling's amazing. One of my idols.
The Gary Shandling documentary was amazing. Did you watch that?
Yes. George Wallace. He still comes around.
Wow.
Who do you think out of nowadays would crack this list, though?
What? Kevin James is on the list?
Dana Carvey.
Paula Poundstone?
Kevin James is a fantastic stand-up.
Kevin James is also so fucking likable.
Yeah, he was really good at
And
stand-up.
a great actor.
His last special was but he's been great for a while.
He was on Hitch.
Brett Butler, Rules, another Comedy Store legend.
Jay Moore.
Jay Moore, that's weird that he's up so high.
David
That
Cross.
is that. Jay Moore is, that's a weird
That's a weird pick.
pick there.
David Cross. Drew Carey. I don't know what Drew Carey.
Jay Moore's in the 80s?
Dude,
I mean, that
Norm
one's crazy.
Macdonald
Comedy
should be
Central.
higher up the list.
Where's Norm?
83.
Yeah, that's crazy that he's only 3 removed from Jay Moore.
Yeah.
Jay Moore's a hack.
And Howie Mandel. Norm should be before Howie.
I agree. Norm should be,
Like 15.
but this is 2004, so like, it's almost like recency bias. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going up.
Yeah,
Keep going
I don't
up.
know how hot Norm was. in
It's actually
2004.
insane that Norm was huge. He was on Weekend Update in the 90s and everything. Dick Gregory being only slightly higher than being one higher than Howie Mandel is batshit crazy. I'm not going to make any friends with Jay Moore, and I really don't care. Jay Moore sucks. Yeah, of course. Dom Herrera is fantastic. Who's that?
Sinbad.
Bobby. What is that one? Bobby Slayton. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he rules. I wonder if Jimmy Schubert's on this list. Paul Reiser. Robert Schimmel was the man. That guy was the coolest. I actually got to meet him one time before he died,
Really?
and he was the shit. I think I emceed for him or did a guest set or something, and it was like the biggest set I've ever had in my life. I'm like, Robert Schimmel's a legend, and he was the nicest fucking guy. He actually divorced his wife and married one of his daughter's friends. He rips.
Oh, hell yeah. He was married to Melissa Schimmel and Vicky Schimmel.
No, Robert Schimmel is the man. He was the
keep going
man.
up,
He's
keep
dead.
going
Yeah, keep
up.
going. Let's see who else. Because man, I
Paul
forgot about Schimmel.
Rodriguez. I don't know who Billy Connolly is. Do you?
No.
He's
Wait, I
Yeah,
can't see.
he's a Scottish guy. You know him.
Ah, yeah. He's foreign.
Wait, he was in the Jerry
I know this guy.
Rafferty
Yeah.
band?
I know that guy. Yeah. Go back to the list. I want to see more. Keep
Dude,
going.
I love Jerry Rafferty. Right down the line.
All right, relax.
Sorry, it spoke to me. Billy
Lay
Crystal.
it home. Oh no, that's not the one.
Where are we? Sorry.
No, that's.
Did I tell you that when I went to the doctor, he goes, "You're a comic, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "How come you're not funny?" I was like, "Cause you're giving me a
That's
physical."
insane to
He
say.
goes, "Billy Crystal's always funny when I give him a
Bernie
physical."
Mac. Keep going. Who's that one? Red Buttons. Okay, I get it. Wanda
Wanda.
Sykes. Sure. Pat Cooper was always
Attell.
hilarious. Attell should be higher.
Attell should be higher. Attell's should be right now. I would say.
I mean,
top.
the fact that Kevin Pollak is higher than Dave Attell is obscene, even in 2004. I mean, Kevin Pollak was like a huge actor, great impressionist. He is not better at stand-up than Dave Attell. That's nuts. Okay,
Keep going up.
Shelley, was that?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
2004 was also pre like that late 2000s boom too, where everything kind of really took off.
I mean, not real. I mean, Comedy Central was huge. It was 2004. I mean, it was
yeah.
like, sure, it wasn't like, the boom that it was in the late 2000s, but keep going up. Let's see, Cedric the Entertainer. I want to do the whole list. Richard Belzer's a hack. The fact that Dave Attell is less than Richard Belzer is insane. Jackie Mason, I get it. He was like a cat.
Bobcat.
I get that one.
I
Eddie
like
Griffin, I
Bobcat.
get.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Sure, I'll give you that one.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Of course.
I don't know who Larry Miller.
Larry Miller is he was like the dad in 10 Things I Hate About You. He's fantastic. He's big. He's like, with Jerry Seinfeld and all those guys back
Yeah. I do recognize his
great.
face.
Yeah, he was good.
Richard Jenny.
Oh, yeah,
Colin
my
Quinn,
boy.
of course.
That's surprise. Like, I do think Colin Quinn is one of the best ever. That is crazy that he was in 2004 ranked so high. Because again, you said about Norm. Norm should be up there with Colin Quinn.
Norm,
Yeah.
I think, should be in the 20s.
Yeah. Alan King, I get it. It's an old school throwback.
D.L. Hughley.
Sure.
I don't know who
He had
David
a
Brenner.
huge show.
David Brenner's huge. I mean, I love David Brenner. He was-
Damon Wayans.
Yes.
Lewis Black.
Keep it moving. Dennis Leary's a hack. He should
Freddie
be way
Prinze.
the fuck down. That's nuts that Dennis
Tim
Leary's
Allen.
so high.
Tim Allen higher than Norm.
That's fine. He was huge, especially in the 90s. This is like
yeah.
recency bias.
Sandler.
Henny Youngman, Sandler.
Richard Lewis.
I mean, Sandler is stand-up.
Joan
is not
Rivers.
Great.
I feel like Joan Rivers should be higher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. Chappelle's way up there. That's because, again, this is before the Chappelle show. This is before everything. He was just a young phenom.
The first year of the Chappelle show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flip Wilson, get it.
Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart, though, higher than Norm.
Higher than Chappelle's crazy. too.
Higher than Chappelle.
Yeah, I mean, Jon Stewart, give him all his due. but-
Higher than Joan Rivers. Come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Mortal.
Billy
sure, old
Crystal.
school. Billy Crystal, fine.
Bill Maher.
I'll give him that.
He was,
Martin,
he was
I don't-
real hot then.
I don't
Yeah,
even
and he's
know
still
what
ki-
Bill
he's
Maher's
still-
stand-up is.
he's still cooking. I mean, he always puts out a new hour. He's always been political. He's
Jim Carrey. I
Sure.
bet Robin Williams is coming up. Phyllis
he'll be in the
Diller.
top 10. Robin
Phyllis
Williams,
Diller. I still maybe think that Joan Rivers should have been ahead of Phyllis
Buddy
Diller.
Hackett.
Kaufman.
We're counting it down.
Yeah, we are.
Now I'm starting. I just want to see if there's any more hacks in here. George Burns is fine.
We're at 30 for the audio
Okay.
listener.
Yeah.
Shandling should be higher.
I don't know who Milton Berle is.
You don't know who Milton Berle is? Uncle Milty? He created
Oh my God.
He created television, basically.
I don't know who Uncle whatever.
He had a huge hog. Okay, keep going.
How do you know?
Because he talked about it all the time. Jack Benny.
I got a huge hog.
Milton Berle. I mean, the fact
Dude.
that you don't know who Milton Berle
Dude,
is
the
crazy.
fact that Ray Romano was higher than
No, Ray Romano ripped in his time, dude. He used to. And Jay Leno should be way higher too. Jay Leno is one of the all-time great stand-ups ever. I mean, he's always ripped. He still rips.
Bob Hope, Red Fox. That makes
I mean, when it
sense.
comes to just stand-up,
Stephen Wright is one of my favorites. I
Sure,
actually
sure.
met Stephen Wright recently.
recently.
Yeah, in
Where?
Austin at the mothership.
Oh, wild! He was sitting between Lex Friedman and Tucker Carlson.
Now we're down to 20.
Okay.
Dennis Miller's
Robert
21.
Klein, sure. Okay, Dennis Miller. That's crazy that Dennis Miller is so. I mean, he's great and everything, especially in the day. But like, the fact that he's so much higher than like I put him with like Carvey and like. Where's Spade on this list?
I
Spade's
mean-
my all-time favorite. He's not even
Yes,
on the
Spade.
list.
Let's see.
No, he won't be
Bill
higher.
Hicks. Bill
Spade will not
Hicks.
be higher than
Yeah,
Kinison
these are
and
legends
Hicks.
now.
We are now in the legend territory. Jeremiah Watkins, number 16. No, I'm just kidding. What does that say? Jonathan Winters.
Is Ellen DeGeneres coming up?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
I mean, deservedly so.
Her
Roseanne will
stand
come
up
up.
early.
Yeah.
Her early
Letterman got to put him. Letterman being higher than Jay Leno, though I am more of a Letterman guy than a Jay Leno guy, is crazy to put him
They
high.
should have
'cause
put them together.
Letterman hates stand up and barely did it. Once he had to stop doing it, he didn't do it anymore. He basically just did monologues.
He said,
on
I've
his
had
show.
enough.
Let-
But he
Leno-
hated stand up.
Leno's
Leno
still
loves
going.
stand up. Leno still does stand up. Exactly. Leno should be in the top 20 for sure. That's the fact that Letterman is higher than Leno is.
I have to
egregious.
pee, so let's wrap
All right,
this
I'm sorry.
party
Bob
up.
Newhart for
Rob-
sure.
Robin
Robin Williams. Now we're in the right. Seinfeld,
Carson, Eddie
Carson,
Murphy,
Murphy, Roseanne,
Cosby, Dangerfield,
Dangerfield.
Steve Martin, Chris Rock, Woody Allen, Lenny Bruce, George Carlin,
Number 2
Richard
and number
Pryor.
1.
Richard Pryor. That makes sense.
Well,
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Jay Moore shouldn't be on that fucking list. That's insane.
swap out Jay Moore with Spade.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
That should 100% be the case. I wonder if they I mean, they should update it, but Comedy Central doesn't exist anymore. That was one of the best shows, though. I'll never forget watching that and like writing down names, especially like obviously I knew the
That was
top.
so old timey of you.
20.
I'm writing down names.
Yeah, I am old timey.
Okay, well, that's our pod. Thank you so much for coming on. Where can people find you? This comes out next week.
I'm going to be in San Diego, March 27th. I should have said it at the top of the show, too. I'll be at the old American Comedy Company. Please, for the love of God.
Buy tickets.
Buy some fucking, even if you don't come, just buy the tickets.
Buy the tickets. It's the least you could fucking do.
I hope I see you there. I've sold a few already, but hopefully I sell them all.
Hell yeah. I'm going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, Desert Ridge Improv the 27th, and then I will be in Chicago Comedy Bar the 28th and 29th. Then I will be in Canada, LOL Fest in Nova Scotia with Kim Congdon in April. And then I will be at Brea, Oxnard, San Diego in May at Princess Shank on Instagram for tickets, patreon.com/Sara Weinshenk for bonus content. And make sure to check out the Josh Potter Show.
Yeah, thejoshpotter.com. Fuck Jay Moore.
Thank you. Bye.